Hello everybody, welcome to my brand new monthly book review series where I'm just going to be talking about basically books that I read, things that are interesting me, anything that I think I want to share with anyone who's subscribed to my YouTube channel, or even if you're just new to my YouTube channel, you're interested in reading, you want to better yourself, enlighten your view on life, or get educated on different subjects. I'm just going to share with you all the books that I read on a month-to-month basis. So episode 1 today, we're going to be talking about this little bad boy right here, The Master Key. So I don't know how many of you are into self-help books, but I'm really into self-help books. I love learning about myself, how to better my mind, how to improve my living, how to be more joyful, spontaneous, and take more risks in life in general, and not be dumbed down by fear or worrying, so on and so forth. And this book, written by Charles Haanel, is exactly what this book is about. So let me just read you the back quote so you understand just the basis of it. I'm going to go into it in more detail. It says, "Some men seem to attract success, power, wealth, attainment with very little conscious effort. Others conquer with great difficulties. Still, others fail altogether to reach their ambitions, desires, and ideas. Why is this so?" Now, I don't know how many of you are spiritual, but this book really does go deep about your subconscious mind, your conscious mind, how you think about yourself, how you view yourself, your belief patterns, and how whatever you have, whatever suppressions you've given yourself about yourself or just life in general, that becomes your habitual way of thinking, because that's the ideas that are suppressed, as they say, on the subconscious mind. So what this book's basically telling you is you have two parts of your mind. You have a conscious mind, which is the mind of reasoning, where you can use your five senses to see, taste, touch, smell, and hear. And of course, we then have our our conclusions about situations and circumstances, and our creative ideas about what we see in front of us and how we can overcome difficulties or just be imaginative, is our conscious mind. So that's on the realm of thinking. And what this book is telling us is that once you suppress ideas upon the subconscious mind, which cannot reason whether the idea is a good idea or a bad idea, the subconscious mind just takes every idea as fact, and then it manifests in your outer world what you believe and what you hold in your conscious mind. And it's like a loop. So let's say you suppress thoughts about yourself as being very creative, you have a good personal self-image of yourself, you believe you can do things. Now, belief is very important in this book, because it's basically telling you that when you believe certain things and you act with confidence, that is what is suppressed on the subconscious mind, and then the subconscious mind will then recycle ideas back to you, how to manifest what it is you are suppressing on the subconscious mind that you want. So ideas about how to start a business, or how to overcome difficulty, or what next steps to take to accomplish some sort of goal. So your conscious thought has to be focused on achieving something. Doesn't matter if you're a writer, you want to write a book, you're an architect, you want to design a building, if you want to start a business, if you want to start a family, if you want to build a home, you have to have the image in your mind of a set goal. And then once you suppress that upon your subconscious mind is basically going to feed you everything you need to get what you want. Now, it goes really deep, talks about the universe and how you are basically God in essence, which it does say in the Bible, I and the Father are one. It says that you are, God is within you. And this is what this book's really trying to touch on, how to rewire your habitual way of thinking to basically manifest whatever you want. I read this book about 3 years ago. I think I read this book, and immediately my social life went 10 times better. I earned 10 times more money than I ever did in my life. My happiness improved dramatically. And I've been very, very aware of my thought processes throughout the day, how I think, or just the thoughts that do come up during my day, because this is basically teaching you you're not your thoughts, you're the awareness in the background, you are the watcher. So if you ever catch yourself thinking negatively, there has to be space between you and your thoughts for you to catch yourself thinking negatively in the first place. You cannot be your thoughts, otherwise you'd be completely immersed in every idea that comes into your conscious mind. So It's an amazing book. I would really recommend reading it. It gives you exercises. So you have to do like 15 minutes a day. You sit there and silence your mind and you just observe all the thoughts that are going on in your conscious mind, and you really start to realize just how much junk just comes up in your mind all day. Your mind's always thinking, but then it teaches you how to do certain exercises towards goals, or creating a self-image of yourself, what you can and can't do. Well, not can't do, you don't ever have limitations of what you can't do, but you want to build an image of what you can do, suppress the idea upon the subconscious, and it is actually quite terrifying how quickly you do get results. I've seen it in my own life, to be honest with you, the way people interact with you, the way people view you, because it's all energy. People pick up on the way, if you're comfortable around someone. You ever met someone, you sit next to someone at a table, for an example, first time you're meeting someone, it could be on a date, you could meet someone in a bar or something, and say someone's very uneasy in themselves and they sit awkwardly, you know it makes you feel awkward, but that's because they have a low self-image of themselves. Most of the time they're not confident. So this is teaching you how to be still, be calm, be confident, and how to be creative, and basically trust the subconscious to deliver you the answers for what you need. And it's basically giving up the fear of not taking action because you don't know how you'll get something. You're more likely just to say what you want, write the goal down, visualize the goal, manifesting, and then along the way, the ideas will come up in the shower. Maybe you might be walking down the road and the idea comes up, and then you have to have the confidence to understand you just have to take that first step, and the rest of the answers will flow and manifest for what you want. So it's an incredible book. Talks about relationships, talks about your health, talks about money, talks about power, and it really does kind of put you in quite a calm state. But again, it's the battle of the mind. You mean, some days you maybe lose yourself, you may start thinking negatively, you may start getting fearful. But then once you do understand the teachings of this book, you do catch yourself more often than not how you're thinking, because you recognize you're not your thoughts. If you believe your thoughts, then it can become true. So you try to then direct yourself back towards a goal that you want to achieve. And it's really important to actually, what I personally do is once I have a goal, I then start to get creative ideas of how to manifest that goal, and I start to write it down a step-by-step process of how I want to achieve something. And you may not want to achieve something. You may already have achieved what you want in your life, and maybe you just want to be more peaceful in yourself. So this book, please go get it. I think it's like £5 on Amazon. Honestly, I'm going to put the link actually for this book in the bottom of this video. Is there anything else I want to cover in this book? Yes, actually, this book takes 6 months to read. You can only read each chapter 1 week at a time, because you have to implement the exercises that it asks you to do on a week-by-week basis. So it says it will reprogram your mind in 6 months. So you can't just read a page every day and go through the book in a day or 2 days. You have to read step 1 every day. You have to reread it for a week, do the exercises before you move on to step 2. But yeah, it will get you thinking in a way you probably never thought before. So yeah, The Master Key System, Charles Haanel. Buy it on Amazon. The link's gonna be in this video link. I'm gonna give you the link for this book. And yeah, guys, leave a review. Peace and love. Come back again next month. I have a new book for you, and we'll talk life.